Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to look at managing your weight during marathon training. Now we're not going to go too much down the route of purely weight loss because we're going to look at this in lots of different ways. Weight gain, weight loss, weight management and maintenance can also be a really big part of this to make sure you have a successful marathon. There's a few things we do want to mention with regards to making sure you don't gain weight. First off, it's very easy to gain weight during a marathon training block. Ultimately, you're going to be having really high calorie expenditures, especially on the weekend, in all likelihood anyway, when you're doing your long runs. Now, what this means is it's quite tempting to eat a bit more the night before, maybe have a big bowl of pasta, have some snacks, then do your run in the morning, have a lot of gels with that, have breakfast beforehand, and then eat a lot during the weekend as well, at least for one, if not both today, depending on when you do your long run. So it is very, very easy to gain weight. I've done it, I've seen clients do it when they haven't tracked and kept an eye on their weight. I did this a few years back. I was doing a marathon around a local park, Eaton Park, during COVID as a virtual marathon, and I put on about half stone. I hadn't realised it. It's very easily done if you don't keep on top of these things. So we do want to avoid that because it will, obviously harm performance, but can also lead to injuries from additional weight, putting additional stresses on the body. Now, managing your weight doesn't just come down to weight loss or making sure we don't gain weight. It can come down to managing body composition. So for instance, if you're looking to improve your performance, you might not want to lose weight or gain weight, but you might want to improve muscle mass. You may want to make sure that you're losing any body fat, but maybe you're getting a bit more muscle along the way, or actually gain some weight, but you're gaining weight from muscle. So monitoring this can be really, really key. Equally with weight loss, if you are looking to lose a bit of weight, then doing this really sensibly, really safely, promoting your health as well as your performance is really key. So key things I would look to do. I would make sure you weigh yourself once per week. You don't need to do it any more often than this, and I would say probably a Friday morning is quite a good time. Reason being is this: when you've had a week of good habits, you're probably in a fairly similar routine. This is before your big weekend of training and probably eating as well. So making sure that you've got that kind of sewn up and you know where you're at. This can inform your decision. So it means if you have lost weight and you don't want to, then or if you're continuing to lose weight in particular and you don't want to, it means you can definitely increase your calorie intake over the weekend and leading into the next week. Give you some time to do some meal prep if you want to do a big shop and get everything in you need to make sure you are prioritising that weight maintenance where that's your goal. Equally, if you've lost weight, so if you've gained weight and you don't want to, then you can just kind of rein things in over the weekend by having that information from Friday. Composition does take a long while to change, so the key thing then is more nutrient tracking and calorie tracking. I know it's one of those things a bit taboo these days, and there's a lot of articles out there saying how it's really harmful and really bad for you. Honestly, it isn't. It is quite inaccurate. There is a lot of truth in that, but it doesn't mean that it's not worthwhile doing, because again, if you're getting information you wouldn't otherwise have by looking at something like NutriCheck or MyFitnessPal, then it's still a really valuable tool in your toolkit. So managing weight, once a week, weigh yourself. Keep a track of things like what you're eating. Even if you just do a basic food diary, keep a rough idea what you're doing. So if you do start to see things go in the wrong direction, you can maybe pinpoint a couple of small habits that you can do to just improve that. Whether it's you're losing weight and you don't want to be, where can you add a few extra calories in? If you're gaining weight and you don't want to be, where can you cut a few calories back? The whole thing of all of this ultimately is promoting your health. Your performance is based upon your health, but always your health is the most important thing. So making sure you're getting lots of nutrients in there, lots of protein, because you're going to be breaking down lots of muscle mass. Good healthy fats to promote hormone health, to look at vitamin absorption for immune health, all of these things that kick in, and obviously then carbohydrate to make sure you're fueling yourself well. Regardless of what your targets are, you can also look really closely at managing your weight and managing your body composition through the timing of your nutrients. This becomes a little bit more important if you're looking to lose weight, because then you can make sure you're providing enough fuel at the right time to get you through training without over-consuming calories. There's loads more we can talk about this, and we'll get to this on some other videos, but if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to ask. See you soon.